Introducing ACE, Automation Change Control Expert. So the idea around it is let's get you to the point where you're not taking days to make changes, you're taking minutes and maybe even seconds with automated one-click deployments. The idea of dream it. Can you think about that? Is it possible actually to do the exact same as the actual development communities are? And I can actually emulate, I can be as fast or faster than them? Wouldn't that be great? Well, it can happen. We can do it. ACE provides a lot of features. Now, I don't have a lot of time to go through every single feature, and you probably don't want me to. The idea is I'm here to tell you how great it is and how beneficial it can be for your environment. So I'm really going to hit on the major high points. The idea is you reach out to me and let me know, and we'll dig deeper and to really show you the power of this tool. So the idea is we're going to stay high level, but when you're ready, you let us know, and then we'll actually reach out, or you can reach out to us, and we'll work with you to show you all the different pieces to this puzzle. Process optimizer for developers. So we're going to handle their issues because we're going to give them the ability to do self-service promotion, meaning we're going to allow them to put everything that's needed in a request form. They click the button, they follow the standards that you put in place, or whoever, obviously there's developers that are probably on here today. But from a scheduler or change management team's perspective, they're going to want you to follow a few different standards. That's going to make it easier in production so that you're not getting called late in the evening. So follow the standards, very easy. It will tell you all the standards that need to be followed. And at that point, you can ship the change in minutes, meaning click the button, off it goes. You need some approvals on the other end, but once they're there, we reduce the manual coordination and any delays. So you essentially remove the email tag by them saying, "Hey, I need you to give me all these things." You provide that to them, and bam, off it goes and into production. Now, obviously, they got to click the buttons to approve, but that's it, and we'll go to that. The other one on the top right corner is the standards enforcer for managers. So we're helping the managers because we do governance of the environment. So if you get audited, you one-click audits pass, no problem. We remove the manual checkpoints with policy-based guardrails, meaning I can make sure that, as I mentioned just previously, that the development communities know exactly what's expected of them. That's based on what you need to have happen in terms of governance. And then I also remove the tribal knowledge bottlenecks, meaning ACE is really going to help them with what they need. It's also going to provide your teams with what they need to be able to click the approve button and provide everything that's necessary from an ACE perspective so that your teams don't even have to think about it. And that's the idea around it. We're going to do all that, and we're going to also ensure compliance and production stability, if not improved production stability, which is what we see often in other shops. The last one is the command center for schedulers. We're going to provide full visibility for the scheduling team, start to finish. I can look at all my changes, see exactly where they are. I can look at the pressing ones if need be, and make sure I'm available to click that button to approve. And then I also can get all the auditing I need. I can audit the change that's coming my way to make sure that it's following everything that it needs. And I do it with a single pane of glass dashboard, and I make sure that I'm automated, audit ready, and tracking. And so the great part also, the last thing I'll point out, and remember, as I mentioned, we're just hitting the high points on this. I also have the ability to do a one-click rollback. So if the development community says, "Oh, I made a mistake on my code. I need to roll this change back," and it hasn't run yet, you can simply click the button and it's going to roll it back. Now that doesn't mean you can't do one-click rollbacks for jobs that are in motion, but obviously in my experience, where you do rollbacks typically is when you're trying to catch the failure before the actual jobs have run, and that's when you would do that. We provide you with the blueprint for governed self-service. Doesn't that sound great? From manual gates to automated guardrails, the people, we have empowered developers because we give them self-service, workflow as a code, one-click submittal. We have protected managers because we provide you with automated governance that enables minimal production risk. And then we help the schedulers because we free them from the manual overhead to really focus more on high value architecture, implementations, increasing knowledge, all of those things happen. And again, this is all based on feedback we've heard from you all. We're out there just to provide you with the solutions that alleviate the headaches, help you sleep at night, and that's really the idea around it. And then from the business perspective, rapid deployments, right? So with AI and all the different massively increased productivity of AI, now we're actually able to do that also for the development communities and the business as a whole. Process efficiency, we remove 80%, actually 85%. We see on average it's 90% or above manual steps and email tag. And we put 85% because we want to be conservative, but we're very confident we can eliminate 90% or above. Standardization, there's a lot of shops. Some of you might be on here thinking, man, we have three different processes to do to change. Some of you might be only with one process, but it's riddled with manual intricacies. The bottom line is whether three, whether one, whether manual, we can standardize and automate. We have full connectivity, meaning integration. Runway for integrations on ServiceNow, Ansible, Splunk, Git. We have a lot of folks that integrate with ServiceNow. We can integrate with Git so that you GitHub, so you can do you can basically do migrations with AutoSys and your code at the same time.